I know that they're friends and they were friends on the movie. And I know them to have a professional relationship.
What was the dynamic like between the cast? Because I mean, you really have like a dream all-star cast with this movie.
It was great. I mean, I had Emile Hirsch, who was first on, who I'd done a lot of movies with, and then Megan Fox, who was my first choice, and I was lucky that she took a leap of faith with a first-time director, which usually doesn't happen. But I think Emile Hirsch maybe lent credibility to, my vision, and then we got Lucas Haas and and Bruce Willis, of course, who I did a lot of movies with, and then obviously Machine Gun Kelly, and just But look, the dynamic was, when I went to the set every day with each actor, it was they were so immersed. I was so shocked because I think as a producer, I just kind of like, I know the director's handling that part of it. Yeah. And now it's kind of me handling it. And it's like, they knew their characters and they did read-throughs with me, and it was magical. Every part of it was magical.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, did you see MGK's latest music video with Megan?
I did.
What did you think?
And I thought it was great. I thought it was great. I mean, I know there's a lot of stories out in the world. I don't, know any of that stuff. And I know that they're friends and they were friends on the movie. And I know them to have a professional relationship. And, that's what I know. But I do think the video was awesome. I mean, look, MGK and I have become friends, and he's the most fun, most creative guy. And I'll just tell one story. When he came, the first day I met him on the set, he came in, he was so excited, and he's like, we got to wardrobe, and he's like, I don't like any of this stuff. These sweatpants, this is not, I want to be inspired like by True Romance. I was like, I love this guy. Like he didn't show up like for a paycheck. He showed up because he loves acting. Yeah. And he gave me his vision of the character, and we collaborated. And by the end of that hour, I scrapped the whole wardrobe. And the next day we had a whole new wardrobe. And he showed up the next day, and he's like, he's just such a creative person. So like him putting out a video and like, networking through, a movie that he just did is, to me, inspiring. Like, that's just who he is. He's a creative person. The video was, I thought awesome and fun. And I love the song. And I called him. He called me about 4 days before the video dropped. And he goes, yo, I'm dropping this sick video. It's going to be awesome. And he's like, Megan's in it. And I was like, Megan who? And he's like, Megan Fox, your star. And I'm like, oh, and I was like, he's like, you're going to love it. So the video dropped, and I called her, and I was like, it's so awesome. And I love the song so much. I said, can you give, we're an independent movie. Yeah. I said, can you give us the song for the movie? He's like, 100%. I was like, awesome. Okay, this is the win. So no, it's a lot of fun. I know there's a million stories out there, but to me, they're friends, and they're both my friends. And I'm really honored to have both of them in the movie, and their scenes are insane and just phenomenal, and people are just going to really love the part, the acting that they do. Because MGK, I'm educated over the last few months before we started about his ability. Megan Fox we know is a movie star, but MGK clearly is an incredibly talented actor if you look at his work. Right. And what he does in our movie is spectacular. I mean,
what are the characters' dynamic in the movie? Are they love interest in the movie? Are they friends in the movie? No. Okay.
No, he plays a drug dealing pimp, and she plays an undercover FBI agent who's basically going undercover to find out where the disappearance of a bunch of a serial killer that's been taking women and killing them. So she sets him up, and he thinks, she's, works a truck stop, and then has to figure out, he gets a rude awakening when, he finds out who she really is.
Definitely. And I know they're just friends and everything like that, but did you notice that their friendship kind of developed on set? Did you notice that they became fast friends and had a lot of common interests?
No. I mean, because when you're working on a movie set, I mean, we're shooting 14-hour days, so it's like everybody's friendly, like Emile Hirsch and her are friendly, her and Lucas Haas are friendly, MGK and Emile Hirsch, like that cast is 5 of us, and it's like everybody's kind of friendly, but nobody has any time to it's more like in between takes we're all sitting around talking about you know, our kids. You know, everybody's got kids, so everybody's talking about their kids, or everybody's talking about what their next project. We all thought we had next projects. You know?
Sure, yeah.
And you know, so it was very like, it's just kind of always professional and always focused on making a good film, not on anything else short of that. But I mean, I feel like even though I had small talk with a lot of actors during the process, I'm friends with all of them because we have a bond through the creative process, you know,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, what surprised you the most about working with Megan for the first time?
Wow, just she comes in such a professional manner. Like it was just, and when I say that, all actors are professional, but it was like she just knew her character. So when I showed up, you know, I had a bunch of wardrobe set out and they wanted me to come meet with her for the first time. And I had picked a lot of the different, like the FBI outfit and the props and the gun and the different badges. And I said, you know, listen, I let wardrobe know if she's uncomfortable with certain pieces of wardrobe that we picked. We had like 4 backups. And, you know, I thought, you know, maybe she'd want to discuss further. And I show up and I meet her for the first time and she's like, I love all these choices.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are all, you know, it was just all within her character. And I think working with her, I don't think anything surprised me. I think what was great about working with Megan was how professional, how on time, how it's all about character, the script. And she wants to achieve what's best for her character and wants her director to give her that. And that's really nice coming from an actress who's so successful,
Sure.
who's been in some of the biggest franchises of all time. You know, she could come on set and be like, I know what I want. And,
Right.
and it's the opposite. Yeah, she's like, you tell me what you need. And if I'm not giving it to you in that scene, come over to me. And she just, you know, and she's respectful to everybody on set and was very kind to the process and made me as a first-time director feel very comfortable. Yeah, which I think takes a lot to do because, you know, I've been on sets for 23 years, but, you know, when you have an actress of the caliber of Megan Fox or Emile Hirsch or whoever, you know, they make me feel comfortable, which I think allows me to be as creative as I can be without feeling judged. Yeah. And I think that they feel they can be open and vulnerable in the process. So she was great and really focused, you know, like just, you know, really well prepared.